we know how that goes. I don't think our relationship would have survived at all. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm Kimara. Hope you guys like my outfits. This is my get ready with me fit. So today's video is going to be a get ready with me while I tell some stories from my high school year. I feel like I have graduated college, so the statute of limitations for me to be in trouble for any of these stories is way far past. Honestly, none of the stories are that bad though, but most of them are just funny. I feel like I don't really have like a big following right now, so I can tell these stories. They won't really like go anywhere, so I can have a little less of a filter with them. I have like a monitor, so hopefully I'm like looking more at the camera now. First of all, I want to start this by telling a few just random facts about my high school, just so you can understand the type of school that I went to. So I went to a magnet school. When my school started, it was like a 9th grade class and that was it. And then when those 9th graders moved up to 10th grade, then they brought in another 9th grade class, which was my class. Basically, when I went there, for most of the time I was there, there was a lot less students, a lot less staff. You could get away with a lot more. And our principal, she was like such a character. My principal 9th through 11th grade, I loved her. My principal's 12th grade, but my principal 9th through 11th grade, I loved her. It was like so motivating. Like she was like the motivational speaker everybody needs. So at the end of the semester, like water days, and we would have like water slides and stuff and water balloons, and we would like be able to just have fun, stuff like that. She would like give us like, when it was a really small school, like just 2 grades for real, she would like bring us all into the lecture hall at like one time and just give us like speeches, like every report card period. Just so a lot of things slipped under her nose, and some things, she saw it, she was just okay with. For instance, we used to have at lunch like a talent show, like during our lunch period. Like there used to be a microphone, like people would like get on the microphone and like rap. Like you'd be in your, like if your lunch wasn't that period, you'd be in your class like hearing people on the microphone and people like cheering in the lunchroom, like people freestyling, singing, doing slam poetry, spoken word, just all types of stuff. The graduating class before me was very small. My class was very small. Everybody else after that, I really don't know much about them. I don't even think I went to a school that had like popular kids. Like I don't think anybody was really popular at my school. That didn't stop like people from beefing and all that though. Don't think that. So the first story I want to tell, this one happened when I was in, I guess 11th grade. I guess it would have been 11th grade. Anyways, during this time I had a boyfriend. So yeah. And we had a gym class together. After gym class, I had on this dress, right? I was wearing this dress and I was like standing up, and like the front part was like flipped. So it's like a t-shirt dress and there's like a seam at the bottom. It's like this thick, and it was like flipped up like back in the front. My boyfriend at the time like flips it down and like pulls it down. My gym teacher, she took a second to look up from her phone, like she was always doing. He's like, stop pulling her dress down, or something like that. And she like makes a big scene. I feel like when people try to be like dramatic and loud and make a scene, it's really unnecessary. It bothers me a lot. Usually from there, that's where my attitude originates. That's my attitude origin story. I ain't put on no primer. Cut the camera, pause. So she says this or whatever, and at the time I'm just like, I'm mad, but I can be like mad and not say nothing, because my attitude will speak for itself later on. But she says this or whatever, and I'm just like quiet. I'm just like, okay, whatever. And plus she's not talking to me, she's talking to him. She said stop pulling out her dress, so it's like I really don't have anything to say in the situation. He's like, he didn't be quiet though. Like he couldn't just not say nothing. So he's like, what do you want me to do, pull it up? And he makes like this smart comment or whatever. It's just like, okay, situation over after that, after he says that. I go on about my day. Obviously, I did not do anything. I don't have any other reason to feel like I have done anything wrong. So tell me why later on in the evening, I'm like, I don't know, at my cousin's house, something, and my dad calls me, and he's like going off, talking about being fast at school and just a whole bunch of nonsense. And I'm like, what is he talking about? So when he's like done with his rant, I'm like, what? And then he's like, your teacher, Ms. whatever her name is. Well, I know her name, but I don't have to say it.
Miss whatever her name is called me, and she told me,
insert boyfriend's name,
was pulling up your dress and da-da-da-da, and y'all be da-da-da-da in class.
And just a whole bunch of, just a fabricated story about what had happened in this situation where I did not say nothing. I literally said nothing. I literally did not open my mouth. Didn't do anything. I just stood there. Did not say anything. I'm getting going off on this phone, and I'm like, well, what? And then I'm like, it clicks. Why did she call my dad? The point of contact on all of my information was my mom. And it's like, my dad, he's in my life, don't get me wrong, but he's just like not the first point of contact on anything. So I'm like, why did she call my dad, first of all? I just don't say anything at the moment. And then later on, I told my mama about it, like the whole situation. And I really realized how that was all so unnecessary. You're gonna go out of your way to call my dad and tell him I was in class being fast. You literally embellished this story all because you probably had an attitude with what my boyfriend at the time said to her. I never disrespected her or anything at any point in that story for her to run and tell something. I never really cared for her in the first place. That's the first thing. So I super didn't care for her after that. But the thing is, she was a hater. That's what it really was. That's what it boiled down to. Okay, so on to the next story. I think by this point, a lot of the people that were viewing at the beginning have clocked out of the video. So that's why I waited to tell this story. But this one's a little juicier. When I was in like 10th grade, I think I had like a boyfriend or something, but he didn't go to my school. And we ended up breaking up like early into the school year. I think we started talking like in the summer, and we broke up probably by September or something. I don't know. There was a boy, I thought he was cute. I had been thinking he was cute since my 9th grade year. And like I said, this was in 10th grade. And I don't know how we ended up talking for the first time. I still don't remember. It might have been like Instagram or something. Probably was. I don't think I approached him in person. I'm pretty sure I didn't, and I doubt he approached me. So I'm thinking, you know, I'm fresh off a breakup and I just bagged like a new fine guy. And my school didn't really like have a lot of options for cute people. So I just have to go with what I could get. I'm playing. So we're like talking or whatever. Somehow we formulate this plan that we're gonna like kiss. So like I said, it wasn't that many students. My principal, she still didn't have a lot of help. So she wasn't really paying that much attention to us. Teachers, not really paying that much attention. Nobody was really paying that much attention. So we were like, we're gonna kiss in the stairwell. So we did, and it was so horrible. I'm sure he's like a better kisser now. And I'm sure I probably wasn't the best kisser to somebody before, so who cares? It was like really bad. He was very energetic, and I just wasn't ready. After this kiss, I'm like, wasn't a great kiss. I'm like thinking this in my head, but I'm like, maybe we just like have to try again. And the thing is, he was like trying to kiss me. He wasn't really trying to get to know me. I realize that now, like I kind of liked him. So maybe if he would have like tried to get to know me, but I literally had nothing to judge but his kiss. I think we did kiss again. It was equally as bad, and then after that we just kind of never talked. I think what happened was I really couldn't judge him off anything but those kisses. So what was I to do with that? Well, I'm gonna tell the last story. I was gonna tell the story in this video, but I might as well just throw it in. This story is gonna be about when I got my karma. So I've talked a lot about this ex-boyfriend or whatever. This is the story of how we got together. And I feel like after the fact, I felt very much grimy. And well, actually I feel like I felt bad the whole time. But I was also in high school, so decision making wasn't my strong suit. When we had a class together, just one, and we didn't really know each other that well. And we both had friends in the class, I think. So I'll be clicked up with my friends, he'd be clicked up with his friends. But then he got switched to another one of my classes, and that's when it became cool. When we met, we would talk sometimes, like we would be on Kick Messenger sometimes, but it was never nothing serious. He starts to like tell me about a girl that he's like dealing with, and at the time I wasn't like really super interested in him, so I didn't mind like giving him advice and stuff about the girl. So then over time we started getting like closer and closer and closer and closer. This is why I understand why people don't trust girls being friends with their men, because literally sometimes he just, well, in high school, I'm older now, so this would probably never happen now. We like start to like each other, but obviously he still talks to this girl, and I'm also seeing examples of him doing this girl wrong. I'm just seeing these red flags, but ignoring them. We just start to like each other and stuff like that, and it's pretty much like a known thing between us that we kind of like each other. At the time, I'm like, well, I'm not trying to be your side piece, so I'm just gonna fall back. That's what I did. I fell back. So we stopped being friends, whatever, because obviously he's not just gonna stop talking to her, which I didn't expect. Like, I mean, but I was just telling him what it was. So before all of this happened, he had like wanted to get a job at a library or whatever. So he did hit me up like one time to tell me that he got the job at the library. Fast forward, I have to do summer reading, so I have to go to the library. But he didn't tell me which library he got hired at. He got hired at the other library that was like closer to my house. So I go to the library and I see him there. It's very much awkward. My mom's like, "Isn't that your friend?" And I'm like, "Girl, no, stop. We don't talk like that no more." I ended up leaving the library without even getting the book. Didn't even look for it. My mom, she's just so supportive. I was just like, I want to go to the library. And she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to go to the library." Literally, this library was right by our house. Had all the books, had a whole bunch of books. And the other library was like 20 to 25, 30 minutes away from our house, and she took me over there. Somehow this leads to me and my ex-boyfriend like talking again. Well, at the time he was just my ex-friend. Just want to remind y'all, he still talks to this girl. And let me tell you, this girl, she's so sweet, she's so nice, so pretty. She's like really just a sweet person. So that's what makes all of this even more bad. But don't worry, I get my karma. So just continue to listen. We start becoming close again. He still talks to the girl, but we're just getting closer and closer and closer. Things are starting to cross lines, you know, between friends and more than friends. We were literally just like conversing, but like we're flirting, you know? So yeah. And I'm starting to feel a little bad about this, not gonna lie. I don't know if they get in an argument. I don't know what happened, but they stopped talking for like literally a day. That day, he like asked me to like go to the mall, or we ended up going to the mall together. I don't know if he asked me, I asked him, I'm not sure what happened. Basically, that was the day we started like talking to each other. A month after that, he asked me to be his girlfriend. So I don't know how he handled that like behind the scenes. I don't know if he ever officially like stopped talking to her before he started talking to me. Me and him, we date for however long we dated. I don't remember. Me and him broke up for a second, and he like kissed her during that time. So this happened. He kissed her basically when we broke up for like a day. This happened a few months after me and him became official. So we broke up for like months after that. Ended up getting back together, you know, with a title, official. We were together for a while. Then he cheated. So I got my karma. And basically, he really didn't officially break up with me before he got with somebody else. By that time, I was kind of a little removed from our relationship, so I wasn't really hurt or anything about it. You don't have to imagine me crying over him, because I assure you that wasn't happening. We were very much on the way to a breakup. I was about to go to college at the time, so we know how that goes. I don't think our relationship would have survived at all. And yeah, he's like one of my only boyfriends, and it was in high school, so I don't even think that counts. But So I basically say I never had any boyfriends. Like a lot of high school and stuff, I blocked out of my memory because my last year was really bad. I talked about it in like my graduation get ready with me, but I haven't really like talked about it. But I was basically just beefing with everybody, teachers, students, faculty, staff, everybody was the enemy. I feel like I've only ever been in such like in a lot of drama. That was only in high school. Like when I got to college, I've pretty much encountered no drama. I don't want to say I wasn't the problem, but it seems like I wasn't the problem. Anyways, I was gonna do my wig on camera too, but I don't have another story prepared. But yeah, I'm gonna go try to get my wig on and finish the video. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. These are some pretty mild stories, just some fun little stories from high school. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, and thanks always for your support, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Bye.